What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is gonna be a little different one. All right. So I'll let you know what we're doing today. We're gonna go four-wheeler shopping. That is right. I did not make a whole part of this video on the topic, but I did sell the brute force. The brute force is no longer with us. And my main reason for selling the brute force above all others was that it was giving me way too many issues. I mean, basically from the time I bought it, it already had issues. I mean, it had a broken axle, it had bad ball joints, carb needed to be rebuilt. It was rough, okay? It was a pretty rough four-wheeler to begin with, but it just kept getting worse. Like, every week there was a new problem. When I made the video of me ripping it around the property, I'm sure y'all have seen that video. I got a lot of views on that one. Right after that video, I went to wash it. I washed it, it started up fine. And then I went to pull it into the shop, and it wouldn't start. Like, it would start and it would idle, but anytime I would so much as touch the throttle, it would just die immediately. So, had to pull the carb off, rebuilt it, put it back on, and then it wouldn't run right. It would run and it would rev up, but it would run very bad, backfire, yada yada. So then I had to go into the valves, and I had to readjust the valves. The exhaust valves were like 7 thousandths too tight, because over time the valves on these four-wheelers, on those brute forces, I've learned they tighten themselves up. So I had to go in there and loosen them up. So then I got that. Then it was running right. And then now we're at the video where we went to Soldier Creek. That is Soldier Creek videos after all of that.
Put it in two.
Rode around in Soldier Creek. Then the four-wheel drive went out. In the clip in the video where you saw I was doing water wheelies in the sandbar, that is right when the four-wheel drive went out. This semi is going very slow. I took it out of four-wheel drive to do some water wheelies, and then after that it would not go back into four-wheel drive. And those brute forces apparently were also known to have a lot of electrical issues with their 4x4 actuators. So I dumped more money into it by putting a manual four-wheel drive kit in it. And to top it all off, cherry on top, it started burning a lot of oil. So my guess is it dropped it dropped rings, or bad valve seal, something happened. But it was smoking like Willie Nelson, okay? It was bad. So I eventually I got to the point where I was like, I'm tired of dumping money into this four-wheeler. It was a nice four-wheeler, had a lot of power, but it was just not it. So I sold it, got the money for it. Now we're gonna go head over to Chase Motorsports in Paducah to go look at a four-wheeler that they just got in stock that I've really had my eye on. It is a single cylinder, I will tell y'all that. I will leave it up to y'all to guess what it would be, but it is a single cylinder, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna give you right now. It's a single cylinder, but we're also gonna go look at another one that's on Facebook Marketplace that is a little affordable. Like, I can pay for it, but I don't know. I'm flopping back and forth between finance and paying for it, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I would like personally to have a four-wheeler that has a title, so that's why I'm leaning more towards finance, because I would like a title. That would make me happy. So we're gonna go head home right now. We're just about there. We're gonna go hook up the trailer, and we are gonna go head to Paducah and stop for some four-wheelers. I will pick you guys back up at the house. All right, guys, we got the trailer hooked up. Now it's on to the ATV dealership. All right, guys, we just left this one guy's house. Went to go look at a Can-Am Outlander 570 XMR. It was in pretty okay condition, not gonna lie, but it had its flaws for sure. A lot of the plastics were messed up, the display wasn't working, it needed an axle, and then it needed rear brakes, and he was asking a little bit too much for what I was wanting to pay for that. So we just left there. I'll put a picture about right there of the bike, put a couple pictures in there so y'all can see. It looked a lot better in the pictures than it did in person. It was pretty rough in person. The plastics weren't all together. You know, it genuinely looked like it had been rolled. There was a lot of dust particles and sand in the airbox, so it had probably been sunk before. It's just not really something I was willing to pay his asking price for. So now we're gonna go head up to Chase Motorsports and look at some bikes over there. We may not even end up buying a bike today, but if we do, hey, it is what it is. We may walk out of a dealership with a brand new bike, who knows, but we're gonna head up to Chase Motorsports now. I will pick y'all back up when we get there. All right, you guys, we are on our way home. No four-wheeler on the trailer. So, it ended up actually not even being Chase Power Sports that I needed to go to. It was actually Power Sports of America in Paducah. For the four-wheeler I was looking at, but I just kind of ran out of time today. I got some stuff going on later, so didn't really have time to sit down and fill out no paperwork. So we're just gonna keep looking through Facebook Marketplace. Maybe a good deal will pop up, you know. I don't really have 10, 12 grand to just drop on a four-wheeler. So, I mean, if we're getting a brand new bike, we have to finance it. And I mean, even if we're getting an older bike, some of them are still pretty expensive, especially the style and ones that I want. So, I may give that 570 guy another holler, you know, say, hey, this, you know, you got all this, and this wrong with it. I'll give you X amount of money, you know. So we'll just see. We'll see what happens. But today was a no bueno. There was no four-wheeler purchase today. But I will pick you guys back up when I get the rest of this video, I guess, planned out, because we're gonna keep looking. I mean, I may end up not even doing, you know, finishing this video till winter, when the prices of four-wheelers start to drop. So you never know. But I'll pick you guys back up at a later date. Alright guys, we may have finally found a winner. This is about probably a month later after the last clip you saw, and we are looking at this Can-Am Outlander XMR 850. Try to get a good shot of it there. It's a 2016, got fairly low miles for the year. So I'm not getting it today, but we're gonna run some numbers and see what we can do, because it is a very, very, very good deal. I test rode it already. It is amazing. So I'm gonna run some numbers, and then I will pick you guys back up if and when I decide to buy it. What's up, guys? It is 2 days later. Finally got all the numbers figured out for buying that four-wheeler. It took a little bit longer than I expected, but we managed to buy the four-wheeler. Well, we're gonna go buy it right now. We're heading up there now, but first I gotta go pick up the woman, bring her along with me, but I'm gonna go pick her up right now, and then we will be on our way up to go pick it up. It is at a dealership, so didn't buy it off Facebook like most people do. It's coming from a dealership. It's pre-owned, you know, like I said, it's a 2016. I actually made a grammatical error in the last video, because I said it was an XMR. It is not an XMR. It is actually a DPS. So it's like the base model 850. You know, no radiator relocate, no no risen up snorkels, nothing like that. So in order to snorkel it, I'm gonna have to do all that myself, you know. Yay. But make some good content on the four-wheeler, you know. Give me something to post about anyway. But yeah. So going to pick up the woman now. I will pick you guys back up when we get to Paducah. What's up, guys? We are back at the house. Different day. It's the next day, actually. We didn't really have much time to film yesterday. It was getting dark and had a lot going on, so we ended up just pushing the whole, you know, look around at the thing till the next day. But we are here. We are back at the house, and we have the four-wheeler, guys. Here it is. It is, like I said, it is a 2016 Gen 2 Can-Am Outlander 850 DPS. So it is actually the base model Can-Am 850, but the previous owner added the XT rear bumper and the XT front bumper. So that is why it has the front bumper, because the DPS does not come with the bumpers. Looks like they added an aftermarket tow hook right here, and it has the winch bracket, but I have got to actually get a winch put on it because it does not have one. So that will be in the near future. This is going to be like, you know, the next build series. I haven't really got to ride it around a whole lot. I don't know its kinks. I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. I would sure hope there's nothing wrong with it. The guy told me, bought it from a dealership in Paducah, Kentucky, by the name of Chase Power Sports or Chase Motorsports. It's one of the two. I'm pretty sure it's Motorsports. But they gave me an insane deal on this, all right? It was already a very, very good price. So they had it listed online for $4,995, so basically $5,000. They gave me $200 off of that. On top of it all, they rang me up $4,800 with pre-tax, pre-title fee, all that. So they gave me a sweet smoking deal on this thing, and it's bone stock. It was, from what I was told, it was a farm rig. And the guy was like in his later ages in life. And it was just too much for him, so he traded it in. And I mean, you can see, well, you can't really see in this bad of light. The bike basically lived with a sprayer on the rear rack. You can see the emblem, and there's stains in here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. But it's all yellow in here from Roundup staining the plastic. So this is a purely farm rig, and I have not looked a bit into it other than that. But from what I can tell, it was a very well kept up, very well maintained bike. So I am very, very pleased with that. I haven't even looked at the air filter, see what that looks like. Oh my gosh, dude, minty clean. There ain't even any dirt in there. That is amazing. That's what I like to see. The bike only has I believe 700 something hours. I'll verify that in a second once I get this. Still got that foam little washer in there that is going to get replaced with a rubber seal eventually, or silicone, you know, whichever one comes first. Probably grease too. There we go. All right, she's back on. Okay, let's see how many hours are on this thing. So we got 757 miles. It's a 2016, guys. For being a 2016, that is pretty freaking good. Okay, and we're at 138 hours. This thing is nice, guys. So that is pretty much gonna wrap up today's video. This is the new unit. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Next video, y'all get a whole GoPro ride along. It's gonna be a video you're not gonna wanna miss because it's gonna be probably a little muddy. We just had a bunch of rain, but thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for riding along with me to finally find the four-wheeler of my dreams, basically. I've always wanted a Can-Am and I finally have one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.